Probably because we got this discussion a lot. Most of the times when one team had a sweep and the other team had kind of a game 6, game 7, there is one team that has a lot of rest and there's one team that doesn't. And it's always about the team that loses that says we had either too much rest and we were rusty, or we had not enough rest. So what is it? It's always, sometimes the team that has less rest is way more sharp. They are they played, I don't know, 2 or 3 nights ago, and the other team hasn't played for, let's say, 1.5 weeks, and sometimes the other team wins. Is this really such a factor, do you think?
I agree. What you're saying is, sometimes they say too much rest is actually not a good thing either. That Chris Paul obviously being in quarantine. So I don't know can he still get shots up or, private court and all. So that's one thing. But I feel like it was just for the Clippers in this case, playing a Friday night game 6 without Kawhi, and they won it. And it took a lot of these guys. I mean, physically that was, and emotionally too. The first Western Conference final was scheduled for Sunday, and not even in the evening. It was at 12:30. So their time was so short. I mean, they did say they were a little bit tired, not to use any excuses. So to me, it was just kind of odd. Like, we had no game yesterday, Monday. Why not have that scheduled for Monday when the Eastern Conference final starts Wednesday? So these guys had a little bit more time just at least to recover.
Honestly, I thought Caroline would be happy to start as early as possible, because the many games that you can get in with Chris Paul sidelined, I thought you would be happy to start as early as possible.
We don't know when Kawhi's coming back. We don't know if he's coming back. It seems like they're not really giving us much information on that. So I'm just thinking about them getting enough rest. We know Marcus Morris, he has knee soreness. We're not sure if he's going to play today. There's a lot, for Paul George. He's been playing just tremendous, right? But although I have to say, did you guys notice that too? The guy looks like he never sweats. He's just like, I'm like, wow.
He's from Palmdale.
Appreciate it, Race. Palmdale, what up?
Yeah, it's so hot in Palmdale. Coming up in Palmdale, like, it's got to be 120 before you start sweating. So
only Palmdale people know that. Only people from Palmdale know what's going on in Palmdale.
All day. That's real.
Marcus, for you being the basketball pro here, what would you prefer? Less rest or more rest between 2 playoff rounds?
More rest. I've been preaching this all season because it's important for the players to rest, just as it's important for them to work out. And the fact that they started early, that's crazy. You know what I mean? For me, that was crazy because, okay, a lot of players did get rest, but when you look at this season now, at this very moment, look at all the stars who are down. Even LeBron, AD, okay, whatever. They call him Mr. Glassman or whatever. But he went down. Then come Kawhi. Then come, Chris Paul. Then come everybody, damn near. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm stuck with the idea, like, damn, now the healthiest team is going to win.
I mean, so that's the difference between the East and the West. Is the West, you had two full series. And so then that is in lock and step as far as when it starts. But then it's a negotiation between one team going taking 6 games and one team getting it done in 4. And I think that's where you see a negotiation between the two. And I kind of err on this. I mean, I think the rest piece is real, but I err on the side of thinking, like, listen, if if Chris Paul goes out and then Kawhi goes out. So when Chris Paul comes back, I think Kawhi will come back. Kind of joking, but I think the Clippers had an advantage without Chris Paul playing.
Yeah, but if they do come back, they probably come back like Harden did.
Harden came back like he ain't played in a few years. That was weird. That was weird. That man I feel like he's got body doubles.